Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them, hopefully for a profit. Today is Wednesday, April 2nd. I have 4 items that sold for a gross sales amount of $47.42. I did not ship yesterday, so this is 2 days worth. That's not a lot. It might be to some. For me, it's not. I am aiming for a bit more. We can talk about that in a second. This is a perfect springy, summery top. Really pretty floral. It is 100% linen. The brand is Cynthia Rowley. That's a brand I'm only going to buy if it's 100% linen. For me, personally. The sell-through rate is not super good. I'm imagining that, I love that sleeve on there. That's called something, a specific kind of sleeve. Do I know what that's called? No, I don't. Now I lost my train of thought. I'll get it back. Oh, not a super high sell-through rate. I imagine that as spring and summer goes along, these linen sell-through rates are going to go up a little bit. How much up? I don't know. Somebody mentioned a while ago that maybe the sell-through rates don't change seasonally because there are some people who will only list seasonally. So while maybe more people are buying more linen or whatever the category is, that more people are also listing more of that particular item or brand or whatever. So maybe it's not going to go up, but I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting theory, philosophy. It does seem like the linen sell-through rates are higher in, June and July. All right, Cynthia Rowley floral linen top has an average sale price of $13.22 with a 9% sell-through rate. That's what I mean, like super low. I listed this for $25 though. That's based on my experience with linen tops like these. And someone offered me $20 and that's perfect. So they spent a total of $25.57 with shipping. I bought it at the bins a while ago, but it's been listed for about 2 months, and that makes my profit $15.06. That's like exactly what I want to make on a linen top like that, so that worked out well. This, I honestly thought I was going to keep for myself, but I did not like the texture. I have like sensory things. So I don't know, there was something about the texture of this that I did not like, but this is a midi dress. It's just like a t-shirt style. It does have pockets, which are great. The brand is Pure Jill, which is a J Jill line. Pure Jill confuses me because I think it should be like 100% of something like cotton or linen or something, and it's not pure anything. I don't know what Pure Jill is supposed to mean exactly, but this has an average sale price. And what I looked up was J Jill t-shirt dress midi, because it's a midi length, and the average sale price is $17.49 with a 3% sell-through rate. Real low. I thought maybe the plus size would add to that, but it only like upped it to $20.04. So it didn't really do much of a difference for the sell-through rate for the comps. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about sell-through rate and average sale price, those are comps, comparables, and I look them up for the video using the product research tool on the eBay Seller Hub. There are multiple ways you can look up comps, and I actually have a video on that. That's a little bit old, but I think still relevant. And that's linked in the description. So, all right, I bought this dress at one of my favorite thrift stores, and I paid $3 for it. Like I said, I thought it was going to be for me, but I went ahead and sold it. They paid a total of, oh, I'm sorry. I had this listed for $25. again, just based on my experience with this brand. And then I sent out 20% off offers. So they accepted that at $19.96, and then they paid shipping. So they paid a total of $27.03 with fees, shipping, and my cost of goods, which was $3. My profit is $13.97. It did sell in about 3 months, which is good. These I got a question on, and sometimes I get frustrated with questions because if I have to take the time to come out here, pull something out, remeasure something or measure something, and then they don't buy it, it just feels a little frustrating. And I have to get over that because sometimes it results in a sale, and this time it did. So I do put measurements in all of my listings, and I do the waist, the rise, and the inseam of all pants. And for some reason, I had done the rise of these wonky, and I know it was me because it was my hand in the picture with the measuring stick. Measuring stick? That feels like that's not the right word. Yardstick is what I use. It was like a 14-inch rise, and the person messaged me and was like, that feels like it's really long. So I came out, remeasured it. Sure enough, it was like 11.5. So I'm not sure what I did, but I apologized, told him the correct rise, and he sent me an offer of $15. So I'm not telling you what these are for some reason. These are a pair of just khaki pants. They are LLB. And that is a brand that like outerwear and like vintage sweaters can be really good, but kind of just normal, regular clothes, I feel like they don't really sell that well for me personally. In fact, the sell-through rate for LLB and khaki pants is only 7%, and the average sale price is $17.71. I had these priced at $20, I think, and the person, I'm assuming it's a man because they're men's pants, but that's not always the case. The person sent me an offer for $15. I accepted. They paid a total of $22.82 in shipping, plus shipping, like all in. They paid $22.82. I paid $2 for these. I've had them for 14 months, which, you know, with a 7% sell-through rate, that's not shocking at all. My profit on them is $10.70. They came from a friend. He had a bunch of stuff, and I paid him $2 per item, and I've been selling it. So one thing I wanted to tell you on this is I do calculated shipping, and I have it set. I had a lot of trouble with calculated shipping a few months ago, and I figured out, finally, it took me forever to figure out how to do it. And I actually went back to try and explain it to someone and couldn't figure it out again. So I don't even know how I did it. A lot of Googling, I will tell you that. I went in and changed how to offer the discount that I get to the buyer, and then I added $1 in handling fees. So this is what that looks like. It was calculated shipping. It would just charge the buyer. So say this is going to New Jersey, it's gonna cost, and this was true, it's gonna cost $12 to send it to New Jersey. So the buyer and calculated shipping is gonna pay $15 plus $12 to ship it. So they're gonna pay a total of $27. Well, then eBay is gonna give me a discount of some kind. And I forgot to see the percentage, but it was like $5 and something off. And so I would then buy that label for, in this case, $6.82. And then that $5 and, what is that, 18 cents would come to me. And some of that is used for shipping. Some of that is used for, you know, my time. I never minded having that, but I just felt like it was a lot sometimes. The discount was inconsistent. Anyway, whole point of this is, since I changed that, the buyer, instead of paying $12 in shipping, only had to pay $7.82. I paid $6.82 for the label. And so then that dollar still covers, one, if I accidentally mess up on the dimensions and the weight, it helps kind of cover that. It helps cover the cost of my stuff that I have to buy for the shipping purposes. I forgot to get out a box. All right. Oh, it's right here. Okay. The next thing and last thing is this belt, and it's sold on Poshmark. And it is just like a white woven belt. Like this. It is leather, and it did still have a tag on it. Didn't have a brand of any kind, but I bought it and sold it. So what I looked up was white leather woven belt, and the average sell price was $14.36 with a 7% sell-through rate. So not very high. I had this listed on Poshmark for $20 because I don't really list anything for less than $20 on Poshmark. Just my own personal thing because of the way the fee structure is. I don't like to sell things for under $15, and I consistently send out 20% off offers with Prime Lister. Anyway, someone offered me $12 for this, and I was like, yeah, that's good. So I paid $1.49 for it 8 months ago, so not a quick seller by any means. And the fee was $2.95. So I don't have any shipping costs on Poshmark because they send me the label for a priority label. Oh. Well, this is interesting. I might just use this. I am just was trying to find like an air bubble or something that I could put in this to keep it from just like flopping around in there. So I'm gonna use whatever that was. Just like a little piece of foam. I keep air bubbles and things like that that come into my mail so I can reuse them. Okay. After fees, shipping, oh, no shipping, sorry, my cost of goods, my profit on this is $7.56. My total profit for 2 days was $47.29. My goal is $67 per day. So I'm only like 80 some dollars off. Not a great start for April, but that's okay. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. One bad day does not indicate, or 2 bad days, I guess, does not indicate a bad month or year. It is just part of reselling. It is up and down all the time. Okay, I have some packages that came to my house that I thought I would share with you, open with you. And one of them is kind of strange. This is like a Poshmark sale. And it says return to sender, attempted, not known, unable to forward. So I'm not really sure what it is. And I'm going to need to get on Poshmark and figure out what to do about that. I'm not really sure. I've never had this happen. And I'm really unsure what it is. All right, what got sent back to me? A vintage sweater. Oh, this is a cool one too. Yeah, interesting. All right, well, I'll have to get on Poshmark and figure out what to do about that. Put this box over here. And this was a return. So someone bought a vintage little, I'll show you, little lace thing. And so they didn't want it. The reason was, oh, this says ordered wrong item. When I look at it on my seller hub, it says didn't want the item, didn't like the item. I'm not really sure why it's different. Ooh. I'll reuse this. It's a nice bag. I love to reuse things. I have these really cute poly mailers that somebody sent me, and I love them. They're about out. And I'm going to start using all my recycled stuff because I have a huge pile of it. And my sister just sent me another bag, which is great. This is, yeah, super cute little, I used coquette, feminine, peasant. I don't know. It's just like a little tie front, little blouse thing, lace. It's cute. I'm just going to need to process that return. Everything looks good on it. Like it's not, doesn't have any stains or holes in it. It does have a like a perfumey smell, which makes me think maybe they wore it and then sent it back to me, but maybe they just tried it on. I mean, I'm certain they tried it on. They would have to, right? In order to decide they didn't want it. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they just opened it and was like, no. But, all right, this I have no idea what it is. I wasn't expecting anything else. So this is a surprise to me. Okay. Oh. Aw. Some of my festive flower poly mailers for spring. Also, I don't use thank you stickers and just use this dorky stamp of my own face that my partner and kids got me. I thought you might appreciate it. Can I show it? I want to show it because it's so cute and I don't think it's dorky at all. But I don't know if I should. Okay. Might help with your lingering cough. I had that right after Christmas. I've had a cough for forever. Anna Hana shower steamer. That's fun. I have no idea. Oh, there's a card. Ooh, pens. You know what? Somebody a while ago said, I have some pens to send you. When I showed my favorite pens, which I don't have one out here. And this must be who this is. Tara. Aw, Tara, thank you so much. As promised, commented, I have included a couple of my all-time favorite pens for you to try in blue and black. The main thing I like about is the needle tip. And these are the only pens I don't smear all over myself at work. Thanks for your fun videos to entertain me on my work commute a few days each week, and for not editing, interrupting kids and life out of it. It is like that. It is like that. I hope you have a wonderful spring. Tara, that's so, so kind. I was not expecting that at all. I'd kind of forgotten about that comment. That was a while ago. This very possibly may have been in my P.O. box for a while, so I'm going to add these so cute poly mailers. These are very fun and springy up here, and I'll use those tomorrow, hopefully, providing I sell something. That's so fun. That's a fun little package. I was not expecting that. Okay. Oh, my wallet's in that bag. That's not good. All right, these I talked about yesterday on my video. I got some supplies with my eBay shipping supply coupon for having an eBay store. I buy these boxes. They are actually, I'll just get one out of here. I don't know. You need to see it. It's a box. When I sell bras and hats and stuff, that's what I ship in, and belts usually, unless they ship on Poshmark. So these are, yeah, they're 8x6x4, and I love them. I use them for, yeah, those things. I only really have that box. Anything else that needs a box on eBay, I will just find one around my house or you know, there's always boxes, I feel like. And then also more shipping supplies. This was a busy week of things coming to my house. Weekend, I mean, this was all like in the last 2 days, because I usually don't let them pile up. These are the Tyvek mailers that I use for shipping most clothes on Poshmark. So I somewhere thought that these were recyclable, but it doesn't actually say it on the envelope. So maybe they're not. I don't know. No, it says do not recycle actually there. That stinks. I really wish I could find like a more eco-friendly something to ship in that was cost effective, because like the eco-friendly poly mailers are expensive. Like, it doesn't sound that expensive, but they're like 50 cents a piece from what I remember. It's been a bit since I've looked. But like these, the ones I buy are like 7 cents a piece. So that's a huge difference when you're talking about, you know, using 100 of them over the course of the week. Okay, well, that was super chatty, and I don't know if that was interesting at all, but it is what it is. All right, so I have a silly question for my question of the day. We have this like pack of questions. Maybe I should use it here, that we use at home, like in our house when we're eating dinner, and you know, for like nobody's talking, and then we'll pull these questions out. And one of the questions yesterday that I asked my little kids was, if you could combine a fruit and a vegetable to make a fruitable, like combine it together, what would it be? So what fruit and vegetable would you combine together to make one? I called it a fruitable. I don't know. That didn't ask it on the card. It didn't say fruitable on the card, but so mine was lemon and asparagus, because I always put lemon on my asparagus anyway. So if it was already naturally like a little lemony, I think that would be really good. Asparagus is so good, and it's, you know, coming into season, so I'm really excited. I love asparagus. I must be hungry, because I got real excited just for a second there talking about asparagus. It's like 8 in the morning, so I don't think I'm gonna be eating that right now. But let me know, what fruit and vegetable would you combine? All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really do enjoy sharing all this randomness with you and my sales along the way. I really enjoy chatting with you in the comments, and yeah, I just appreciate you so much. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.